Welcome to 8-Bit Serial's Gameplay Review. I'm Matthew, and this is a look at the video game we'll be breaking down on this week's podcast. We're going to be learning a little bit about the environment and a whole lot about interplanetary mercenaries as we take a look at Zen The Intergalactic Ninja.
Zen The Intergalactic Ninja is an action game released by Konami in 1993. I can't remember how I got this game, but it wasn't anything I was familiar with when I got it. When you buy a random game, it can go one of two ways, and fortunately for me, instead of being a gross disappointment, Zen was a pleasant surprise. As Zen, you're tasked with saving the environment from the forces of pollution personified by Lord Contaminus. Sounds a lot like the responsibilities tasked to a certain other hero, but instead of being at the beck and call of a group of snotty teens, Zen is an ass-kicking alien with a pimp stick. The stages have a good amount of diversity, but the core mechanic is you moving through the stages and whacking away at enemies with your staff. The controls are fairly solid, jumps are controllable, and the attacks are responsive. There is one slightly annoying quirk. If you attack while holding forward, you do a lower damage forward thrust with your stick, which can be a problem when you're walking and attacking, like in, say, a side-scrolling action game. You have to consciously think about letting go of forward before you attack. And why do you have a lower power attack in the game anyways? How often do you want to do less damage to your enemies? But other than this small problem, the controls are solid. Like a Mega Man game, you get to pick the order you do the stages in. Additionally, after each stage there's a bonus stage, and other challenges that you face in a set order. The stages in this game display a great amount of variety. There's a 3/4 overhead stage that you have to race through before a bomb goes off, a stage where you're racing through a mine in a runaway cart, and a couple of side-scrolling stages. But even they have twists thrown in, like you have to save trapped workers on a burning oil rig, and revive flowers hurt by acid rain as you fight the boss. It feels like they put a lot of effort into this game, because every stage has a little something extra going on, and all of it works pretty well. In fact, my main complaint with this game is that there's not enough of it. This game is pretty short, and you can breeze through it in about half an hour. In my opinion, they should have doubled the length of the game, giving you 8 stages instead of 4. Maybe they should have taken some of the time they saved by ripping the storyline off Captain Planet and spent it adding a few more stages.
But charges of plagiarism aside, this is a pretty fun game. I'm not sure if it's worth buying, but it's definitely worth a rental. Well, if you could rent Nintendo games anymore. For more on Zen, you can check out our podcast on DreamMediaEmpire.com or find us on iTunes. Until next weekend, press start!